but as it's expanding, like the opposite of the storm in Fortnite, it's expanding ever outward.
Okay, that's an interesting. That is a zoomer coded way of
that's for the Gen
describing
Zs.
Contraction and expansion.
You had your Outrun for the millennials. I had my Fortnite.
Okay,
the Gen Zs.
fair enough. Yes.
Normally, I would sit here and think of something to do for the intro, and it would really be really bad, like really bad. But we don't have enough time for that. We got a lot to get to today. Welcome back to Kill A Delibird. I'm Kellan. I'm one who plays a lot of Pokemon. Knows way too much about Pokemon. Graham doesn't. Graham, how you doing?
I really hope someone just listened to that on 2x speed. Not that Not that people should listen to our episodes on 2x speed, but if you're one of those sons of bitches that do, like, that would have just. I don't know. That would have created some sort of new effect, right? Like maybe like that's the liberal mind virus. Whatever that is, would have just created something that would have taken them over.
I've made everyone woke.
Oh, exactly.
I did
now
it.
They got pink hair. Now they
those blue-haired liberals.
They own a transgendered cat.
They're turning the mice trans.
But anyways, that was quick. So you wanna barrel through this stuff, eh? That's what you're saying?
That's what I think. 'Cause we got a lot to get to today. But I also don't understand people who can listen to podcasts at 2x. That's insane.
That's fast. Yeah.
It's so fast.
At that point, are you just using it for like
background
that you want
noise?
to get in? Well, I don't know, Kellan. That's the thing. Because if you're just using it for background noise, wouldn't you put it at 0.5 speed? Because you want to maximize the amount of background noise that you can get.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, you make it last longer.
Today we're
listen to podcasts one
looking
time.
at The Legend of Thunder. I listen at 1.2.
You do 1.2 sometimes?
Yeah. It sounds very natural, but it gets me through it a little quicker.
Okay. I don't usually, I'm just not in a hurry with podcasts. I will listen to like 1.5 speed for it's like if it's like work training material. If it's like, you need to take this security training.
Fuck,
like,
whatever.
Yeah, I'll do that at 1.5.
All right,
speed.
4x. Let's go.
4x.
Triple X. XXX.
Explore. Extract. I don't know the 4x's.
Extreme
snowboarding.
Mm-hmm. What's
preamble.
happening?
Preamble. Today, timer recording. Okay, anybody listening? Are you playing Pokemon card game Pocket? That's what I want to know. Kellan doesn't play. We don't care. But is anybody else playing? Because I have been competing in the current season. As of recording, it ends today. This is the last day of the season. And I'm in Ultra Ball, okay? I feel like that's not bad for someone who's extremely casual. Master Ball's the top rank, so Ultra Ball's like, right below that. So pretty good. I did it with a Garchomp, Lucario, Sudowoodo deck. Like those are my 3 guys the rest are trainers. And
is that the meta?
It's no. It's off meta, which is why I'm feeling myself. Yeah, the meta right now, Kellan, is Darkrai, Giratina, and it's kind of annoying. I'm not even sure if that's the actual best deck though. The ones that really fuck me up is, well, because it's like a hard counterplay to Garchomp, is Meowscarada. Is that what it's called?
Meowscarada.
Yeah, Meowscarada. That is a hard counterplay to Garchomp, basically. So that sucks dick. And then the other deck that's really good is a Darkrai Weavile. Is that what it's called?
Weavile, yeah.
Weavile. That combo is, I can't handle that combo. So those things I think are the 2 decks. I can win against Giratina Darkrai combos, so I don't know why it's so common.
Yeah, see, now I know how it feels when I'm talking about stuff you know nothing about, because I don't know what any of those cards do, because I don't play Pocket. So I'm like, okay, yeah.
But you know the Pokemon.
I know the Pokemon.
You know their flavors, yeah.
But a lot of Pokemon that are really great in
other games, yeah.
In other games, like, aren't necessarily in TCG. It's all about what moves they are given and abilities and whatnot.
Well, for sure, and you can have multiple versions of the same guy, like in different packs.
From different sets, yeah.
Different sets, yeah. But anyways, has anybody been playing? Where did you rank? I want to hear, I don't know if we can even, if you can add friends to that, but, if you have, a username I can look up, just add it in the comments. Maybe we can play.
Question of the day. Give us your personal Pokemon information.
Yeah, dox your Pokemon Pocket stuff.
Give us your Pokemon TCG Pocket username and also your credit card number, the 3 numbers on the back, and the expiration date. All right.
Yeah, and also your last 3 tax returns. Thank you.
And your mother's maiden name and the name of your first grade teacher.
Yeah, what town did you grow up in?
Your streak, your first
funny
pet's name.
because I don't actually want to steal anyone's identity, so
what
would
really?
we
It'd be
do
such good
with that?
content.
Yeah, like Kit Boga, like breaking down scammers. We just do
Do
the
not redeem!
opposite. We open
Do
up a
not redeem!
scammer. We open up a scammer channel. We just scam
That'd be so
people.
funny. And it's just like completely serious. Like we're just upfront about it.
We're just
scamming you. Come here
and
to be
we
scammed.
And we stream it all.
Yeah. Do not redeem. Do not redeem.
So this is a big one today, Kellan. This isn't quite a movie, but not an episode either. What the hell is this thing, Kellan?
Today we're doing The Legend of Thunder, which is just like
the
a
Legend
special
of Thunderbolt, Raichu.
Thunderbolt.
Hit him with the Thunderbolt.
Hit him with the Thunderbolt. Legend of Thunder is a 3-part special, not featuring the regular gang, but some side characters, a couple characters that we have seen and will see in the future in the main series. So that's basically why we're looking at it right now. Aside from that, it's weird. It's a random special. That's it.
Well, it was a TV movie in Japan, so it does feel like a little movie thing, but it doesn't quite have the spectacles of the other movies. It also feels a little bit smaller scale than even the other special we've done so far, which was that Mewtwo Returns or whatever it's called. Mewtwo Strikes Back Again. I don't know.
Mewtwo Returns.
Yeah, thank you. This one even feels smaller than that, but it does kind of feel like a movie. And then, but it didn't come to the stateside right away. They waited and dubbed it in like 2006, so like 5 years after initial release almost.
It was also kind of noted as the first episodes of Pokemon Chronicles, but it's also not officially Pokemon Chronicles because it wasn't made for that. Kind of like how some of the Pikachu shorts were put into Pokemon Chronicles without actually being made for Chronicles.
It was like they had this material sitting around, hadn't used it. And then what's the Chronicles line, though? What is that? It was like a DVD series, or what was it?
I'm not sure. Let me take a look.
Because you say that with the confidence that it should mean something, but I don't know that
well, I've brought it up before.
Yeah.
So Chronicles
it was like a side series, right? Oh, it did air. Okay.
That's what Bulbapedia is saying. It aired from May to October 2005 on YTV in Canada and Cartoon Network in the States. So it was on TV.
Maybe they just used it to fill between which series would have that been? I'm not sure.
Ruby and Sapphire.
Hoenn would have been out already, I thought.
Well, first series of Ruby and Sapphire. Give me some dates here, people. AGO1 was 2003. But when was the last of it? Was 2006 in the West. Hoenn went for 3 or 4 years. No, it went into 2007.
So this was just in the middle for somewhere. In the middle of Hoenn, they just started. I don't know. They needed some time at some point. Aired this Chronicles thing. It seems like it reused a lot of footage that hadn't quite been dubbed, so that's what they did. This was originally made. This is interesting because some of the materials on this series say that this special was made to promote Crystal because it kind of aligns around Crystal's release, except that it heavily features Raikou. So
yeah, it's just odd.
And Crystal's all about Suicune. So I don't
know. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, they had already done the Suicune thing, I guess, multiple times.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good to have Raikou in there. And I could see it from the Western audience perspective, it feeling weird that it took this long to get Raikou. If they didn't get it we didn't get it till 2006, right? Like that's kind of weird that it wasn't in the original Johto stuff.
Yeah, but I can see from air dates, just looking at a couple of them. In Japan, it looks like Chronicles, the Chronicles episode aired in time with the main series, like where they're supposed to go. In the West, though, it came out much later, airing as its own side series. At some point. Yeah, so. It's weird. When we get to doing some Chronicle stuff, we'll put them probably in the Japanese spot where they go canonically, just because it completes a story, it continues the storyline. But other than that, That's besides the point. What are we doing? What's going on here? What's next?
All
What are
right,
we
so
talking
something I was interested in, Kellan, or something
Mhm.
that I found amusing is in this special that we're going to jump into right away. The Team Rocket bad guys in it are a duo called Attila and Hun, which
I wonder what
thought-
that's a reference to.
Which I thought was a hilarious naming convention, right? Or at least like made me think of a hilarious naming convention. So I was like, okay, what the fuck other duos are there in Team Rockets? We got Jesse and James, right? And that's got that outlaw thing. And then Butch and Cassidy, right? More kind of outlaws. Attila the Hun. Oh my god, we're going into like conquerors, dictators.
Genghis and
I
Khan.
think that this really blows it wide open for what kind of names we could give him. So I just thought this is a quick list. Top five Team Rocket duos that I think are going to come up in upcoming specials.
Okay, hit me
This is
with
a
it.
prediction. All right. Number 5. I don't know when they'll bring this in. Very controversial, I'm sure. Probably why this special never came to the West. The Team Rocket duo of Adolf and Hitler. That would be something, Kellan.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna cover that one.
No, we skipped over that one.
I think we're gonna skip that one when we get to it. It's a little too much.
These are my Pokemon. And they
Please
just
and go. Oh,
they
I'm sorry.
both have like Hitler mustaches, but they're like female and male. That'd be good. Or
So
it's
horrible.
just Jesse and James, but with little mustaches.
Oh my god! And they claim that it's a
And
Chaplin
they claim
mustache.
it's a different person. Oh yeah, they claim it's a Chaplin mustache. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love see silent movies.
Fucking Hitler ruining a perfectly good mustache for everybody.
Well, was it
on
perfectly
top of all
good?
the other things
Was
he
it?
did.
Yeah, that's the real problem.
Ugh, gross.
All right.
Number 4.
Number 4. This one was all. Actually, you know what? Looking at this list, I don't think any of these made it stateside. Number 4, ass and titties. That's a great duo.
Jesus.
The legendary team of ass and titties.
Number 3.
Ass, what are we going to do now? Number 4.
I don't know, titties.
Hanky and Panky. I think they have a pair of Apoms, are their Pokemon, and they just steal from people. They're not like as bad as some other Team Rocket.
I thought you were
members.
gonna say they were constantly spanking people.
Okay, that's it. They've got Apoms, and their Apoms with their hand tail things are just, they're serial spankers.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny rolls up. We've got a report of a couple of serial spankers loose here in Johto. We gotta track them down.
Brock's like, where? Just for asking for a friend. Where are they? Where are these spankers?
Brock's looking for tips. You lock them
Yeah.
up. Well, and what Brock also has a lot of. Number 2, the fierce duo of Come and Stain. Oh
Come
my
stain,
god.
coming at you at the speed of light. Pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew.
I just think that I want to fight a Team Rocket duo named Come and Stain. They're just like, they're gross. They like are in back alleys. They only have Grimers and Mucks.
Cheeto dust on the fingers, neck beards.
They're Gooners. They're the Gooner
Yeah.
duo. Yeah, in Gen
Yeah.
10, the Team Rocket enemies are all Gooners. They're like, I'm going to show you my Goon cave.
No, there's two. It's like Ruby and Sapphire. There's two teams, and depending on which version you pick, you either fight Team Gooners or Team Edgers.
Aren't they the same?
I don't think
I
so.
thought gooning was chronic edging. I thought it was where you
Oh, it
edge for
is.
like
You're
8
right.
hours at a time.
You're right. Never mind. Future me cut that out.
Gooners and blasters.
Gooners and blasters. Team
They're
Gooners.
diametrically opposed. One is like, you gotta hold it in.
Team Gooner
I
and
saw
Team
on
Shooter.
TikTok. Every time you blast, it takes your testosterone. I saw it on TikTok. And then the blasters are like, we just believe in freedom, man. You gotta let it go.
Blasting is the true woke mind virus.
Blasting at the
For
speed of light.
blasting that
Ooh.
testosterone out. That's what's
Yeah.
creating all these blue-haired liberals.
All the testosterone. All the
All that
cum
losing all that
stains.
testosterone. Yeah.
Today is a lib conspiracy theory day on TCAT, apparently. And since we don't know how to do it, these have been getting weird.
Number 1.
Number 1. Oh, my favorite duo, methamphetamine. What a good duo, Kellan. They're so hopped up. Hey, meth. Hey,
Yeah.
amphetamine.
Really hot right now. Those two.
Oh, they're flying.
out on the streets, yeah.
They're constantly flying. What if they constantly are like, their noses are running and they're like, they talk really fast. They're like, and they've got like this hot new stock tip. Oh, I love methamphetamine.
Every time you beat them, instead of dropping the lift key, they drop a small bag of ketamine as a treat.
Yeah, you gotta have a downer to float.
Give that
right?
to your Pokemon, their stats shoot up for a little bit.
Has there ever been an enemy team that are drug dealers?
I don't think so.
Like they want to juice up Pokemon or something?
You know what? I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, it kind of. If you
Well.
if you want to make a stretch, I mean,
I
Cypher
do.
in Coliseum and XD, they create
yeah.
shadow Pokemon. They're
yeah.
kind of juicing them up by closing their hearts.
Closing their hearts with a substance?
Shadow juice. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
shit.
It is.
Yeah, shadow juice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get that from milking a Gengar.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? I think two of the admins in XD are called methamphetamines. So.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it all comes full circle.
Gale of dark, dank shitness.
Gale of dankness. Yeah, there you go.
Gale of dankness.
All right.
Okay, you wanna go over Legend of Thunderbolt?
Let's talk about the legend of hit him with a Thunderbolt.
Legend of hit him with the Thunderbolt.
So we join into this special. We see some random guy fighting another random guy. It's a Hitmonlee versus a Typhlosion.
Mm-hmm.
Typhlosion, I guess, is a new guy, evolved form of Cyndaquil.
Well, I do want to point out, though, the random guy with the Typhlosion, he is random in exactitude, but not in design pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Correct.
Is that like gold and silver Ash? He's like the red, but with a new color scheme, kind of. Like, he looks like Ash 2. If you were going to be like, we're coming out with it, new Ash 2, I'd be like, oh, yeah, it's Ash 2.
$450?
Oh my god.
Now this is he's based on Ethan from Gold. I think originally called Gold because they called the original protagonist Red, and so they went with Gold. But
yeah, that's something.
I don't know. I don't know. At one point they were like, "Nah, his name's Ethan."
And you'll have to fill me in on what Ethan is a bit. I don't remember that name.
Ethan is the male player character from Gen 2 and 4. Or rather, Gold, Silver, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Where did Ethan come from? Like in the game, that's the default selection, or
I think originally it was Gold, and then at some point they changed his name to Ethan. Either that, or it was always Ethan. I'm actually not entirely sure.
In the game though, you're talking about the default selection.
Yes,
okay,
in the game.
Yeah, because I'm like, I didn't hear Ethan anywhere in the show. Okay, so just making
sure.
No,
in the game.
Okay, gotcha. But with Ash, it was just Ash or Red. Yeah.
It was Red, and canonically, Ash is not Red. Red and Ash are two different characters. Ash is just based on
I've heard
Red.
that too, but he's based on
Yeah. So, what's his name in here? Jimmy. Jimmy has a Typhlosion, as I said, evolved form of Cyndaquil. Typhlosion really is just bigger Cyndaquil. Like, it's like Cyndaquil just got real big.
Yeah, and more mature. His voice dropped. But I mean, he's a cool Pokemon, right? He's like this stretched out giant, the Arctic giant weasel. I don't know. But
it really needs to have the flames out, though, because when it doesn't have the flames out, it looks naked.
Yeah, it does. It does. With the flames out, the flame kind of shoulder belt thing, it looks quite tough, quite intimidating. Otherwise, It's just this sly little weasel creature.
Yeah, like a badger. I think it's based on.
Okay, like a badger. Okay, I could see that.
But yeah, that's Typhlosion. I mean, it's cool. Who doesn't love Typhlosion? Everyone loves the Johto starters. Except Meganium. Yeah. Justice for Meganium. Hashtag it.
Yeah, we love all the Johto starters. Like, come on. I think people get into this thing, Kellan, where they just always need a fight about things, okay?
Oh, absolutely.
When it's like, really, instead of fighting about which starter's best, can't we celebrate the fact that we just like Pokemon? Like, the fact that we're talking about it is a unifying thing.
But my opinions are correct, and yours aren't. So...
Oh. Well, that's stupid.
To fight about that.
But that's stupid. That's a myopic worldview, Kellan.
Well, that's an incorrect opinion then. See?
What?
See how I turned that back on you again?
Okay. But I'm not trying to win.
And I think that's stupid. Fuck you.
Oh.
See? See, this is how politics work, I think.
C? No, B.
A plus. C bass. More like a C plus, am I right?
Oh my god. That's a good one. So, yeah, we like all the Johto stars.
Where the hell were we? We barely started this thing.
Typhlosion, I hardly knew her. So, Hitmonlee versus Typhlosion. Hitmonlee goes in for a jump kick. Typhlosion blocks it.
Just grabs his leg.
Hitmonlee in air turns into a rolling kick. Hits him several times. But Typhlosion's perfectly fine. And Jimmy is like, Typhlosion just can take everything with his solid jaw because I've won half of my solo matches, and I know that isn't an impressive statistic.
Pretty bad ratio, actually.
But it just is because Johto has good matchmaking. So it's actually a good KD ratio. Thank you.
Yeah. We picked up a thing or two. But this other guy is like, what? Typhlosion didn't go down. Dude, you hit it once. What?
Yeah, what were you expecting?
I hate it. Well, Hitmonlee goes for a mega kick right into a flamethrower, and Hitmonlee goes down after one hit. So that's cool. Jimmy and Typhlosion do a high paw, which that was cute. Mm-hmm. And we see, they're both gracious in defeat and victory. That's going to be important to think about later.
Yeah, and we get Jimmy's catchphrase, Kellan. He goes, "You rock, you rule."
And he gives a thumbs up to the camera, I think it was.
I was like, this guy's a wiener. But I kind of like
dork.
It. You rock, you rule. I was like, who are you talking to? That was some Sonic the Hedgehog shit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll play with you some other time.
Yeah, exactly.
Flailing your body around like at the end of the missions in Sonic Adventure 1.
I know.
Whatever the hell Sonic does in that.
Yeah, well, he's he's like break dancing, but
yeah, without his feet moving the ground. He just contorts his body for like 5 seconds for no reason. It's crazy. Anyway, Jimmy's going to continue on his journey to be a great Pokemon trainer. His journey takes him all over the place, seeing many types of Pokemon. Except there's this one type of Pokemon, a rare one, that knows something about Raikou, the Legend of Thunder.
Title card.
Yeah, that's
our first cut. Our first cut here is we hear some evil, eerie music, and there is a helicopter plane-looking thing that lands into this like underground base in a desert. Like there's an opening in the desert, helipad comes up and sucks these people down. It's clearly like Team Rocket signage, and there's 2 Team Rocket members that are a part of that. And this like mad scientist welcomes them. We learned last week that you get promoted quickly, or some previous week that you get promoted quickly if you are a mad scientist in Team Rocket. So that's how this guy got his job. And he's got like, what kind of accent was that, Kellan? I don't know. He's like, welcome.
Welcome.
It wasn't German. I don't know what they were going for. But we find out that the other 2 people's name, this is Hun and Attila. Okay.
Attila and Hun. Get it right. Get their order right. Come on.
But
the joke doesn't work.
Feels like the leader. That's why I wrote it like that.
Yeah. Well,
Hun is the mind and Attila's the muscle.
Professor Guy is like, Hun, or no, Attila. You've brought Attila, or you've brought this guy. And she's like, yeah, this is Attila, blah, 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 whatever. And later, we hear Hun's name. But I don't know. I really don't know, man. I watched this like an hour ago, and my brain is fogged up. Yeah.
What do you mean your brain's fogged up?
I'm just tired.
well, let's unfog it, Kellan, because we got to give the people the best show that they've ever had, okay? Okay?
That's not going to happen.
So I'm going to suck. It's going to happen, Kellan. Fuck you. You got to sell this thing. That's how you make show business, baby.
The best episode is always going to be the second part of the first movie when I had like an hour of sleep. That's always going to be the best one.
Shout us out in the comments. Do you like my style of content where we are always giving you the best of us all the time? Or do you like Kellan's where greatness just happens to fall out of his ass because he is constantly tired? Do you have an iron deficiency, Kellan?
Probably. Okay. Do note, there is a correct answer. One opinion is correct, and one is not.
As we've said before, just as Fermaganium.
Well, yeah, so the Attila and Hun, I thought they were quite over-designed, but whatever.
Yeah. Because their designs are kind of sick. Like,
oh, yeah, of course.
I thought that, man, I wanted more out of these guys. I wish their names were something a bit more personal than a stupid joke that doesn't make any sense, like because their designs are cool. I don't know, like Come and Stain. This could have been Come and Stain. Okay,
Jesus.
Hun would be Come and Attila would have been Stain. That worked.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with that. So we see a Zelda crossover. We got a purple rupee. It's worth 50 rupees. Joy.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Don't spend it all in one place.
It's the scientist's miracle crystal.
The miracle crystal. They powered up, fired the lightning.
It's literally just a purple ruby. You're not exaggerating.
It really is.
Design for design.
That's all I could see. Yeah. They fired the artificial lightning. It absorbs all electricity within 10 feet. Then it belongs to you. Electricity is even drawn towards it. But we're not after lightning bolts, though. We're after something totally different. What could that be?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Jimmy's
meanwhile,
at Pokemon
Jimmy.
Center.
Yes. His Pokemon are all healed up.
Healing his Pokemon.
We see that he has 6 Pokemon, but we only ever see, I think, 2 of them, which is pretty lame.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 2, yeah.
He's brushing Typhlosion when he sees a really loud girl on the phone.
She's making her phone call everybody's business.
Mm-hmm.
It's fabulous. She's got this Miss Drevious next to her, right? Is that what that's called?
Miss Drevis, yeah.
Miss Drevis. Okay.
Was that a
Gen 2 Pokemon?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Only Ghost type introduced in Gen 2. Just the one.
It's a standalone, no line, right?
It's another curse of the single stage Johto Pokemon. That gets better later because it did get Miss Magius in Gen 4.
An evolution in Gen 4.
Yeah.
Man, Gen 4 was Gen 2's like.
Oh yeah.
Panacea.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like every episode you're like, this thing sucked until Gen 4. We're gonna give him this.
It's remarkable how many Gen 2 single stage Pokemon there are that are average at best.
Oh yeah.
And so many of them have gotten at least something to make them better.
Gen 4 was a Gen 2 patch.
It really was, honestly. So many Gen 2 evolutions. And then some for 1 and 3, but I think mainly Gen 2.
That's it. That's interesting. Yeah.
Let me count that quick. I'm curious. Ambipom, Miss Magius Honchkrow, Weavile, Togekiss, Yanmega, Gliscor, Mamoswine, Porygon Z is technically a Gen 2 evolution because of Porygon 2. Yeah, 8. They gave 8 Gen 2 Pokemon evolutions in Gen 4.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's many. For comparison, Gen 3, they gave no evolutions, just a couple pre-evolutions, but whatever. Yeah, Mr. Viss. Average ghost type. It's okay. It's whatever. It's fine. It's got a pearl necklace. It's cute. I like the design.
It's a cute design. Yeah.
But
I mean, you could see it like haunting like a really ornate kind of mansion, you know? It's like when a fancy place needs to be haunted, right? Like Gengar and Haunter down at the comedy club. Mr. Viss is haunting, the nice
Pope Francis's bedroom, yeah.
Okay, sure. Mr. Viss did it. It wasn't Vance. It was Mr. Viss.
No, it was Vance. That's too funny. It's too funny. It has to have been Vance. It's so good.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it was kind of weird. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, damn. That's wild. I didn't do anything at all. No, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, that's Mr. Viss. Any other questions? I don't know.
Nope. We'll see more of that Pokemon soon. So, this woman is talking to Vincent, we hear. She came from a battle show. Okay, interesting. Don't know what that is. Her name is Marina, and she spots Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. And
all 3 of these people know each other.
Yeah, apparently. All 3 of these people know each other. We get a bit of a hint, and this is kind of neat because we're already kind of like, oh, is this another trio? Right? It turns out the Cyndaquil, so Jimmy's Typhlosion, was given from Elm. So this is, way back when, right, there was, Elm alludes to these other trainers that he gave up Pokemon to, right? Mm-hmm. Jimmy being one of them. That's kind of the plot, the through line.
Yep, and there apparently was a cut scene from the Japanese version. We get a flashback, and I think all of them get their starters from Elm. So this is just these are just more trainers.
Being a Mischievous? Is that what you mean?
No, because she has we'll see later, she has a Crocodile. So she got Totodile from Elm.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And then Vincent got Chikorita.
I know what you're saying now. Yeah. All 3 of them came from Elm. Okay, cool.
Their colors match. Marino wears blue. Vincent wears green. Jimmy's got some red. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, more world building. So Marina is going to hang up on Vincent. She's like, GTG, sweetie pie. I hate you, Marina. Don't talk like that. Don't talk in text language.
GDG was pretty funny. I was like, oh, this is like the T9 texting, like it was like brand new or something. I was like, okay.
It's like people that say LOL in real life. Like, I just want to strangle them.
I think I don't say LOL, but I have had the urge to say LOL in real life, and I don't know why. Isn't that weird?
Better have been ironic, I swear to God.
I mean, everything is till it isn't. I think that irony and sincerity are a very thin line. But let's get back to that later. So Vincent is talking to Jimmy over top because he kind of like pulls him in, right? Still on the phone. Like, come here, Jimmy. She's my girlfriend, bitch. Leave her alone. I saw her getting all hot and bothered for you.
She's my girlfriend. Oh, she will be. Oh, we got another Brock on our hands.
We have another Brock. Yeah, Vincent is the Brock for sure. Jimmy's the Ash. And Marina, I guess by default, is the Misty because they're like, women love water creatures.
And she loves dancing and singing and whatnot.
So cliched, yeah.
But Vincent knows that Jimmy also likes her. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, I can see the heart eyes in your heart eyes.
He blushes. Jimmy hangs up. No, I don't like her, whatever.
Yeah, go straight to Jimmy's head. Because Marina's then like, we gotta exchange numbers, Jimmy. It's been too long. And Jimmy's like,
Did
no.
you miss me?
Get away from me.
I missed you.
Get away from me, woman.
She's like, notice how much I've changed? Like, I don't know what to joke about here. I don't want to be weird about it.
These are, children, but she is like trying to be like,
she's flirty.
She's flirty. Thank you. Yeah. She's like, some people think I'm a supermodel. I want to show you a song.
Yeah. She's like, I wrote a song. It rocks out. You want to hear it? We never hear it though. Thank God, because I would have probably cringed really hard.
You love camp songs, though.
It depends. I don't know.
What if they just pulled out some, like, idol diva shit right in the middle of it?
There's
it
a difference between camp
Japanese. Yeah. Well, yeah. Typhlosion, however, is watching this and makes, like, this dirty expression. It's like dirty face, right? He's like,
because Marina thinks Jimmy's afraid of her. Because you kind of like me. And then we look at Typhlosion, he's like,
yeah, he looks like he just found a dirty magazine. It's like his expression.
So they change this. Jimmy change the subject. Let's talk about training. Apparently, Marina makes battles this grand performance. She likes to, people to laugh and have fun, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy just wants to be a great trainer so he can go back and help the neighborhood kids. Oh, Jimmy, that's going to make Marina love you. Oh, my God.
I was like, that's a great line. And the fact that that's not a line makes it an even better line. Oh. What a sincere, thoughtful son of a bitch. But Marina has multiple men on her brain because she is now gushing about Fabulance.
Oh, Fabulance.
Is this Elite Four Lance, Kellan?
It's just Champion Lance.
Champion Lance. Nice.
If we're talking Gen 2, yeah.
Right.
It is Lance, the dragon tamer with one line of dragon Pokemon, and then other things.
Other dragon-esque,
other dragon-esque Pokemon that aren't actually dragons.
Yeah, she thinks he's so cute. She loves his cape. She's got stickers of him.
Oh, full notebook. If we turn the page, it probably says Mrs. Marina Lance, or whatever Lance's last name is. I don't know.
Mrs. Marina Fabulance.
Yeah. She just wants him bad. Jimmy says it as it is. Being a star is not the same as being a Pokemon master. So Marina's like, fuck you, I'll show you how to be a star and a master. Let's battle.
Hey, she wants to be an entertainer, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So she pitches a 2-on-2, which throws Jimmy off. He's like, I'm used to one-on-ones because Typhlosion's a badass.
Okay. Didn't you hear all about my 50% one-on-one win rate?
My 2-on-2 is not as good. It's about 25%.
Yeah, we'll see why in a moment.
I'm that trainer that only trains the starter. My Typhlosion has Flamethrower, Flame Wheel, Fire Blast, and Fire Spin. And Cut,
I like
because I had
starter,
to use
it. And I just go for attacks. Yeah. We call it the Hunga Bunga player.
A, press A. Just keep pressing A, and we'll get through the game eventually.
I love this game. It's so fun. You're just pressing A.
A.
What deep gameplay. Okay, so Marina does like a theatrical entrance, right? Kind of twirling around and stuff.
She sends out Pink the Jigglypuff. What a great name.
Pink.
Pink.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it'd be like if you had a Pikachu named Yellow.
Yellow, yeah, exactly.
So
Go
Jimmy
Orange,
sends out
the Charmander.
Jimmy sends out Black and Yellow, his Beedrill.
Black and yellow.
And Marina knew this thing as a Weedle, so again, they go way back. Jigglypuff versus Beedrill. Kellan, hit us.
Jigglypuff goes for the sing, but Beedrill agilities, and they're like, "What? Sing is a lullaby. It should be asleep by now."
Funny.
And Jimmy's like, "No, the wings buzz so fast it erase all sound waves that come towards it." Okay.
Sure. That sounds pretty powerful. What else can it knock out of the air?
I mean, if only Beedrill got the ability soundproof, I mean, that would make sense. But it does not in the future.
Is there an ability, is there an item called earplugs? I feel like that would work too.
There's an ability called soundproof that blocks all sound-based moves.
Cool.
So it would block something like Sing.
This is the precursor.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff floats away. Beedrill's flying up with the twin
just like
needle.
Smash Bros. Oh my god, it floats up.
Yeah, it was a nice Smash move.
Beedrill goes with the twin needle, but it's dodged by Jigglypuff's floating up. It's dodging all the things because it has a lot of dance lessons and a lot of rehearsals. Maybe we could add some rap music and some backup dancers.
Yeah, you're right. She is cringe.
Make a hot new music video.
Yeah, the best with flying pin missiles in the background. Beedrill goes for the pin missile. It hits directly. KO. Jigglypuff's down. Jigglypuff has ruptured. Yeah.
Because she then loses all the air like a fucking balloon.
Like a Kirby.
Yeah. Next up, but Jimmy's embarrassed. Jimmy's embarrassed by the dancing.
Rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does his catchphrase before winning even. Next
up's going to be Wani Wani the Crocodile.
Yeah, I don't know about that name, but Crocodile. Yeah.
Well, Totodile's Japanese name is Wananoko. So that's where it comes from. Just repeating that first half. Crocodile's Japanese name is Alligates.
Alligates?
It's an alligator.
Huh.
Yeah. And if you ever had confusion about whether for alligator is a crocodile or an alligator, its Japanese name is Ordile. So is it a alligator or dial or a crocodile?
Or neither. Because it's just a Pokemon that's inspired by them.
It's both at the same time. It's both, but neither. How's that for philosophy?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, I think it's actually just neither. Yeah. But it's inspired by boring. Yeah.
That's a boring answer.
Sometimes the answer is boring.
Anyway, Crocodile's out. Jimmy, in a good position here, returns the Beedrill and goes for a Typhlosion, which has a type disadvantage for some reason. So he really is the Ash counterpart.
Oh, yeah, that was a stupid move, but he's like, but Typhlosion's so fucking strong.
Yeah. Mischievous, though, spots the thunder clouds above them somewhere for some reason. But okay, so if we're gonna put out this Typhlosion's flame, we gotta do it fast. So go for the water gun, but Typhlosion charges right into it and through it, goes for a quick attack. And Crocodile goes for the sidestep, but lightning strikes right by them. Oh, God.
This is so strange. There's Pokemon running, going the wrong way. Mischievous is running away, too. So they pulled in some of their Pokemon, right? The Crocodile and the Typhlosion. But Mischievous is running away. So Marina and Jimmy are following Mischievous in this confusion.
And so they see Team Rocket, Attila, and Hun. Their radar showing that they got many Pokemon coming in towards the rupee. They all see the $50. They all want it.
Yeah, they can buy, 10 bombs and 10 arrows or something.
You can buy less than half of Mario Kart World in Canada.
Oh, God. I don't want to buy it, Kellan.
It looks so fun.
I don't give a fuck. I just got Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I'm going to play that till its wheels fall off. Fuck all this new shit. But there are a bunch of new games coming out that look good. So yeah,
it's so much money and I can't buy it, but Mario Kart looks so good. It looks so fun. You can play as the cow, man.
I like how you can drive around in free tour and take pictures of yourself posing.
I want to play as the penguin.
Okay, fuck you, Kellan. Don't buy that shit. No,
I want it so bad. If someone donates 50,000 bits, no, actually, I need more than that. If someone donates 80,000 bits on Twitch, I'll buy a Switch 2 in Mario Kart. But I do not see that happening.
Why would they care?
Exactly. Why should you care?
Pay for Kellan's Canadian Switch 2. Okay.
Fuck. Or just send me the Switch too. I mean, you could buy it too. It'd be cheaper that way.
Yeah, but maybe they'll steal one now because you've radicalized the youth.
With our woke mind virus.
Exactly. More radicalization.
TCAT is the source.
Stay on topic. So
no.
they're using the rupee. They're luring the money hungry electric Pokemon down into the valley.
It sounds like a stereotype.
Yeah, it is. Everybody knows that electric Pokemon just love
penny
money,
pinchers.
Kellen.
Yeah.
They're very frugal.
They over budget.
Send the soup back,
Take 20,000 coupons to the grocery store. They make the grocery store pay them $5 after bringing through 5 carts of groceries, which honestly you gotta be impressed by because that's some crazy shit.
I heard an Electabuzz once paid for like 100 round flights in America just from pudding packages, just from air miles off of pudding packages.
There was a lantern one time that had a $50 order at a McDonald's and was part of a pay it forward chain where someone paid for their order, and the guy behind them only had got one coffee, and the lantern didn't continue the pay it forward chain because all they were thinking was, ooh, free food. I'm not gonna pay $2 for a coffee. Why would I do that?
Holy fuck! Cancel lantern.
Lantern messed up. Anyway,
seriously, Kellan. So stay on topic. So Team Rocket notes that the one is not there.
Yes.
Ooh, someone didn't respond to their Tinder profile. They got ghosted. Was the one just legend?
One legendary Pokemon did not show up to the flea market to get all the free stuff. So it's going to be roping time. They're going to get all these Pokemon. Yippee-ki-yay, says Attila. He does not include the motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Unfortunately. Raichu tries to bolt them, this random Raichu, but it's just absorbed by the rupee.
Attila has like a mech. And honestly, like a pretty cool looking mech. It's dark with these long, stretchy, like Luffy arms. So it's grabbing shit. Yeah, and there's this Raichu T-Bolton. The crystal absorbs it, and then boom, knocked out a bunch of Pokemon.
Oh no. Well, now we're going to sweep him up. But Mischievous is here. She's found Team Rocket. Jamie Marina not far behind. Attila, he's playing a claw game. Oh, one of those rigged machines. Except this one, he always wins.
Ooh, okay.
So I love claw games as much as the next guy, but those things are rigged as hell.
I like the ones in Yakuza, because, you can just play them. Are they actually good? Well, like, they're inside the game, so, I mean, you don't have to spend real money on it.
It's also a claw game in Link's Awakening, which in the remake is total balls.
These are better than that. These are, like, simulations, and you can get, like, little monkeys out of them and stuff. I don't know, they're fun.
Oh, you can get monkeys? I gotta play that game.
Yeah, you can get little plushies and things, or little you can get you can get You can get the monkey ball monkeys out of them. I forgot because it's a Sega game. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta play that.
There's all of these little Sega nods in They are very fun games.
Yes. Suddenly we see a big flash atop the mountain. Giant clouds. It's a living legend. Raikou has shown itself. Raikou's here now.
And he's angry.
He's pissed.
We hear from the decks that it came to Earth on a lightning bolt.
Did you see the art in the decks for Raikou? Because it was not just like regular Raikou. It was like this old art style.
Oh,
this,
like it
classic...
was like drawn on a scroll almost or something.
It was
like a
wild.
tapestry. Yeah.
But it was super cool. I want more of that.
That's great, because that's good world building, because we're told this thing is of legend, right? People don't see it. So that's cool that the Dex's only picture is like in medieval times.
It's an artist rendition, yeah.
Yes.
Because it's never gotten a photo. Yeah, that's good.
A bard once saw it on the mountain and was compelled to write a poem, which was then interpreted by Leonardo da Vinci himself.
This was a Da Vinci. This wasn't the noted Da Vinci. It was actually a separate Da Vinci who was not very good at art. And so it was like as a 5-year-old drew it. But it's really endearing and cute.
Shitty Da Vinci, Leonardo's cousin.
Da Shitty. Leonardo Da Shitty.
Da Shitty. Da Shavinsky.
It's not Da Shitty, it's DiGiorno. Okay.
Okay. Are these jokes? All right. So,
technically, yes. Not good ones, but.
So, came to Earth on a lightning bolt. I think that's an interesting idea. And this thing runs down. Raikou runs down. Well, do you need to describe Raikou? I feel like we know what we're talking about here.
Saber-tooth electric tiger.
Oh, yeah. What a
Is badass.
sick design. Honestly, Raikou is I don't know if he's an S tier design, but he's high A. Like he's a
Pretty good.
fabulous Pokemon design.
I do prefer Entei, but Raikou's a solid one. And Suicune. They're all good. All three of them
I
are very
prefer
good.
Entei a little bit too, but he's still a really good design.
Mhm.
If you didn't have Entei, you'd be like, this thing rules, you know?
Yeah, and pretty good. It's a pretty good Pokemon. It's a legendary.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what else you would expect.
Yeah.
So, not much to say. Just your typical electric legendary.
And this thing can run and it can jump.
Oh, it's
so it
fast.
sprints down the mountain instantly, lets a bunch of the Pokemon free from the mech, breaking Pokemon out. This is the hero of the people. And Attila and Hun, they want to catch it, right? So they're
Rodeo
going to grab for this thing. There's a Raichu there still dodging and zapping away. Of course, any zaps go straight into that crystal, which is
Idiots.
quite bad, causing Raikou to roar in all of this confusion.
And it's now entrapped inside of this force field dome. Attila is taunting at him, but he keeps bolting, and it's just shot right back at him. He bolts the crystal. Again, shot back at him, and again, and eventually Raikou goes down.
Not good, Kellan.
So Jimmy steps in
Team
finally.
Rocket's sure happy.
Leave it alone! That's gonna help. Typhlosion comes out, and Attila and Hun come out with Skarmory and Steelix.
Ooh.
Some big boys here. Skarmory is told to Fury Attack, but it never actually does that. Typhlosion Flamethrowers, but Steelix sandstorms it all away. Skarmory,
this is the end of part 1, Kellan.
Ooh.
So how they split it into episodes for Chronicles, it ends with Skarmory and Steelix coming out. It's that shot of it looming over Jimmy, and then it cuts to black.
Yes.
So the let's do a literary hour. We split this into the 3 parts that were split for the Chronicles release, and we're gonna do our usual episode stuff or a little episode color on each of those parts. So for this first one, the TV trope I'm looking at is called catchphrases. Characters have catchphrases.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Great one. This is
Have
Jimmy's You
mercy.
Rock, You Rule. Okay, do you know any that aren't from Full House?
You got it, dude.
That's from Full House, all of them.
How rude.
Well, I got a couple that I think are fun, Kelly. Did you know that in the original book, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell has a catchphrase? She has a tendency to repeat, "You silly ass," to Peter Pan. And I think that's funny because that was not kept in the Disney adaptation. You silly ass.
I should have kept
also,
that.
I like this one, Kellan, from the Bible. Anytime an angel shows up, you'll know that the phrase is coming. Fear not. I never thought of that as the angel's catchphrase. Fear not.
And then the audience goes, woo!
They clap.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it up for Gabriel.
Also, you're in big trouble, mister. That's also another classic Full House catchphrase.
Okay, God,
nuts.
You're just
Tanneritos.
cementing the idea that show is just catchphrases. It's just 90s catchphrases.
Is that a bad thing?
There's no dialogue that isn't a catchphrase.
It's not a bad thing.
Okay.
I never said it was a bad thing. Let's rate this first part, rather, shall we?
Yeah, this is a 4-part. The plastic ping pong picture of objective rankings. We're going to pull 2 categories at random from this picture and rank it based on that. What do you got, Kellan?
First category will be the Team Rocket scheme. Ooh,
not bad. I mean, they have this new device, the rupee, the crystal, and they're going to use it to track electricity, hurt a bunch of electric Pokemon, get Raikou, and then, I guess use Raikou to also power it and cause a lot of chaos, I guess.
Yeah.
So, the full extent of the scheme is not thought out. Like, we don't really know what they want the Raikou for other than abstract notion of power, but given how powerful it is, that does seem fine, I guess. And yeah, I mean, the crystal seems like the right tool, so not bad.
Yeah, and I mean, to look forward a little bit, it does kind of work. I mean, it is working as they kind of intended it to be. So it's a solid scheme, solid plans, good technology, whatnot.
Yeah, this ain't your grandma's Team Rocket.
This ain't our typical Team Rocket scheme.
Implement a scheme, so that's going well. Yeah, I am missing maybe like a higher purpose out of them. So I'm gonna go with a 7.9.
7.9. I'm pretty high. I'm gonna go 9.2.
Oh wow, good one.
That's 8.55 for that. Second category for part 1 will be the anime mom energy.
Oh my god, we haven't seen an anime mom in a while.
But what about the energy?
No, I know. There's a joy, so a little bit.
I'll give you some for Jimmy brushing his Typhlosion. It's kind of anime
yeah,
mom.
you know what? Jimmy brushing his anime mom energy. That's
Jimmy's
pretty
cup
good.
mom energy.
I think there's like a little bit of there's a bubbliness from the trio's interactions that kind of has some anime mom, but I don't know, kind of weak overall.
It's weak, yeah. No, I'm basically with that brush thing. I'm gonna go.
I think that Raikou is a
2.8.
bit of an anime mom swooping in to save the
Sure,
electric Pokemon.
sure.
So yeah, I'll go 2. I'll go flat 2.
2 and 2.8, 2.4. We're not gonna look at an average yet because we're gonna finish up Legend of Thunder. Give it one final score. Let's get into part 2, which we've already done a tiny bit of. Also, I totally forgot to mention Marina, character design based off of Chris, the female protagonist choice from Crystal.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Totally forgot about that. So in part 2, I mean, we already talked a little bit about that because I went into the battle. But we got that sandstorm going up. I think that's where we were.
Yeah, Darude Sandstorm blasting in the back.
Yep. We got some great music, and unfortunately, it's not Darude Sandstorm. Yeah, this moment when Typhlosion decides he's going to brave the storm, but a Steel Wing from Skarmory hits really hard, and so they bolt Raikou with the rupee. When Marina steps in with Mischievous, Steelix goes for a bite, but Mischievous intercepts with a Perish Song. Ooh, that's doing some weird stuff.
This move was brand new to me. I don't remember this thing. Is this a Gen 2 move? This is accurate?
Yes, Perish Song is a weird move. When you use it, every Pokemon on the field will faint in 3 turns.
Oh, both people, okay.
Yeah, or 4 if it's a double battle
or 4,
in future
but
games.
I mean, those weren't around at the time.
No,
but yeah,
or
okay.
6 in triple battles, you know?
Oh my god.
But no, any Pokemon that hears it will faint in 3 turns, but you can switch your Pokemon out to avoid that. And it does count the user of Perish Song, so. So,
yeah, so it's
very
a
interesting
mutually
move.
assured destruction kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And how it's shown here is basically Mischievous is wailing, and everybody's taking damage. Like, they're all hurt with these, like, weird red electric lines kind of going down them. And yeah, Mischievous is hurt too. So she's taking damage to take them down, but
Marina even notes
this is
that
working.
it hurts
This
her
is
as well,
working.
huh?
Like, Steelix and Skarmory are taking a lot of damage, so.
Yeah, until it goes to round up Raikou, but Beedrill pin missiles the machine. Oh no, the arms have fallen off. Skarmory and Steelix go down, and Attila and Hun decide they have to retreat, so they kick up a ton of dust and they go away. But Raikou is still here. They left Raikou behind.
That's
and Mischievous
nice,
also
I guess.
dead.
That's nice for the heroes. Yeah, Mischievous is totally out, falls. Okay, we're going to pull her back.
Raikou's going to try to just walk off in pain, but Jimmy's trying to help him, but Raikou doesn't trust him, and so he's
doesn't
shocking
trust
at
any
Jimmy.
humans. Y'all a bunch of electric haters.
Yeah. Jimmy tries to step forward again, but Raikou's bolting it. But the bolt is blocked by a flamethrower. It's Typhlosion, and he and Raikou get into a bit of a pissing contest, it looks like.
Yeah, they're exchanging attacks, just blasting, hitting kind of in the air.
Jimmy's
Raikou
just trying to
doesn't
reason with it.
understand, is what
Yeah.
Jimmy's trying to say. Raikou just doesn't know what's going on, but like we can trust each other.
You can trust me, I promise. And Raikou falls dead. So at the center,
And they've somehow brought Raikou to the center.
Yeah, how the
I was
hell did
wondering
they do
how
that?
transportation worked. This thing's bigger than all those kids would combine.
they're calling Elm. Apparently, Raikou is kind of depressed because it's in this captive space, and so that may keep it from healing all the way. Unfortunately, Marina's like, "I'll sing it a song," and Elm's like, "Great idea, Marina. Yeah, for
but
sure.
also free it.
Yeah,
Also free it as soon as possible.
yeah."
Then you can sing, but like just let it go. And then if you sing, sure, that's fine.
The public really wants to see this thing, but Chansey's holding those doors. Chansey's guarding them like her life depends on it. You go, Bouncer Chansey. I love it.
Yeah, good duty, good duty. We love to see a strong nurse Chansey.
Jimmy's watching it from behind the glass. It's like
He's
trapped
so
in this
tense.
big plexiglass container, getting healed. It just doesn't get it though, Raikou.
No,
Obviously.
He's got that anxiety of a tiger in a zoo, right? In the cage, walking back and forth.
But at sunset, we got a sunset. So early. Attila and Hun, they're bemoaning those meddling twerps. I think twerps is just a common vernacular in
any
in Team
group
Rocket.
of children who It's like in the Team Rocket handbook, there's like a definition for
Yeah.
twerps, and it's like any gang of local children who are trying to stop you from stealing Pokemon shall be known as twerps.
Twerps. They know Raikou still had a lot of power. It ain't a slacker. It's a legendary for a reason. So we're going to have to hit it much harder or be much smarter. A stronger Raikou equals a stronger crystal. So let's set the trap. Uh-oh. What are they up to again?
These Team Rocket, they're thinking, I mean, it's really just all crystal-based schemes this week, but yeah, it could work. So we cut back. Raikou is asleep now. I guess that's good. And Marina's telling Jimmy to take a break. You don't need to keep just staring at this beast and puckering your butthole, Jimmy.
Life's too short and glorious to be so depressed. That's not how that works, Marina.
Is that what she says? Word for word?
Along those lines.
I guess my interpretation was a little different. Yeah,
well, it's slightly different. She does say life's too short or something to be depressed.
I thought she said stop puckering your butthole.
That may have been the Japanese translation, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what Japanese for butthole is.
I feel like that should be the first word you learn in any given language.
Yeah. Japanese word for butthole. Oh my god, it's long. Oshiri no Wana. I was hoping there was something quick that I could start saying like Kiri.
Yeah, I will not remember that. Raikou's been asleep a while, and in comes, hey, we've seen this guy. It's Eugene.
He's got a new name.
Apparently. This was just a straight up mistake by the translators. They just
like a continuity error.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess it had been like 5 years. For the dub.
It is Eugene, same character as we met in that Ho-Oh episode that Ho-Oh was not in.
And who's supposed to be in the game Crystal, right?
Yes. Same character as the Crystal guy following Suicune. It is Eugene. They call him Eugene throughout the special. I'll probably just keep calling him Eugene because that's his actual name. He also was a different voice actor. Very different voice actor. He seems like just a different dude. He was very, like,
his
smarmy.
Personality was shaken up here, too. Like, we'll see, he has a couple very different philosophies that he explains, too. Yeah, he was swarmy, kind of sly, but also, like, what's the word? Like, selfish? Like, he was kind of a bad dude when we first saw him in the other episode.
Yeah.
Whereas,
he's learned.
We'll see here, he still has like a bit of like an egocentric nature, but he's mostly selfless. So we'll see.
Yeah. But it is the same guy, so that makes it all very weird and interesting.
Yeah.
But Marina just thinks he's cute. He's got a cape, like Fabulence.
With a cape. She's got a type, Kellan.
So Officer Jenny's here. She brings in Kudo. We meet Kudo. He's an archaeologist, and Kudo does absolutely fuck all in this special.
Yeah, why did they even name this character?
He does not need to be here.
No, he doesn't
like do a thing.
They're like, here's an archaeologist.
Okay.
Whatever. Now it's night, and Eugene is talking about how Raikou's a legendary, and that's why Team Rocket's after it, Jimmy thinks. Men always try to capture great power. Okay.
Men always tried to capture that which they cannot possess.
So Raikou's been hunted for quite a long time, different generations.
And it doesn't trust humans.
Talk about how, Raikou thinks that all humans are the same. But Jimmy's like, but I trust Raikou and it trusts me. Oh, very Ash-centric.
Blah, blah, blah. We gotta protect Raikou from Team Rocket. Blah, 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 blah. All that kind of crap. In the morning, Raikou wakes up, blows up his cage. Jimmy wakes up with the, what was that? Maybe it was the legendary beast.
Someone had a spicy meatball.
Yeah. How many burritos did you eat, Raikou?
100. Blasts the cage open. And Jimmy's like, you must be feeling better after he explodes his cage. That was a funny react. That was actually sweet. That even with the destruction of the Poké Center property, the Poké Center municipal property, Jimmy is just concerned about Raikou's health.
Raikou's going to find a fine in his mailbox soon for that which he destroyed.
Yeah, it's like, well, we really do need to patch this thing up, Raikou. We're glad that you're healthy, but
that was not the way to show that.
This
Raikou.
was public property, so either pay it or show up in municipal court. Here's your date.
Yeah. You've been served. Raikou ain't having any of this crap that Jimmy's talking about, blows up the wall, and runs. we see those dark clouds appear again. It's Team Rocket, of course. Raikou runs off sensing danger, runs towards the clouds. And of course, the kids are like, oh no, Raikou, don't do that. You're being stupid. And so Yusin pulls up in his car.
His sick-ass Nissan Skyline 1989 red
nice
convertible.
Red color. Yeah.
It's so sick.
It's a very basic car, which I loved. It's a random fucking Honda, I don't know.
It was out of a different show. Yeah. All right, you guys come with me. How you like my wheels?
he's like, kids, get in. Kudo, stay here. Do nothing. I don't know. You had no point. Because that's all we see of Kudo.
Yeah, we're not going to see Kudo anymore. Okay, you know what car this is? This is the car from Outrun. Do you know Outrun?
No, I don't.
The Sega arcade game Outrun with featuring the blonde lady in the passenger seat. This is the car from Outrun.
I'll take your word for it.
All my millennials know what I'm talking about.
Shout us out in the comments. Do you know Outrun? I don't.
They know Outrun.
Well, Attila and Hun are waiting for Raikou. Oh, there he is. Incredible. He bolts again, and again, and again. So out comes Steelix, who apparently is able to coax aggression out of others.
Okay. Does it have like a taunt move or something?
I guess. But it hits Raikou hard, and in comes Jimmy, who gives this whole speech about, if you want to catch Raikou, do it fair and square like the rest of us. Hit it, throw a Pokeball, let it run away. Find it later, hit it with a Pokeball, let it run away 40 times until eventually you catch it.
Yeah, there is a philosophical back and forth here, Kellan, because, Team Rocket points it out. They're like, you capture Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy's like, yeah, but we don't, hurt it so bad.
We do it right.
We just use Stun Spore, okay?
we also have, cockfight, but we respect each other for it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an unawareness of the hypocrisy there, but I don't know. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Because the Team Rocket does seem to be doing this in a more extreme manner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Raikou doesn't. Maybe that's not the kind of beast that you should own, but you can get it in the game, so fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like an exotic pet you're not actually allowed to legally have.
Yeah, so you're actually taking the villain's route if you capture legendaries in the games. That's not explicitly conveyed.
Yeah. You spend the rest of the game evading the government. Want to get it back from you.
Would you like them to explore that, Kellan, where if you catch certain Pokemon, it puts you it ups your stars, list. Like your Grand Theft Auto stars. And then there's Jennies randomly that will battle you.
I want more moral quandaries in my Pokemon,
Yeah, sure.
It's like Bioshock.
Not just from the stories, but actual decisions that you make.
Yeah. Like Bioshock with the little sisters. Do you harvest all the Atom or do you save them and get less Atom, but actually more Atom in the long run?
Right, or Mass Effect had the Paragon versus Rogue thing or whatever.
My first play of Bioshock, I harvested the little sisters. I was like, fuck, I want the Atom. I did not realize that there were endings.
I saved all the sisters. I think I did the saved ending. Yeah.
I harvested the first one, and then I learned that there were different endings for if you harvest versus save them all. And I was like, well, I already harvested one of them, so I guess I'm getting the bad ending.
Might as well do them all.
Might as well get all of them, yeah. Well, anyway, Attila, I squashed the little sisters, is going to squash them like an overripe grape.
Yeah, your choice. We'll squash you.
Raikou jumps up, gets bolted by the crystal. Steelix goes for a rock throw.
Right at the kids. Chucks a boulder at the kids.
But a beam from nowhere comes and intercepts the boulder, breaks it apart. It's from a Meganium from, oh my god, he's wearing a cape. It must be Fabulance. No, it's Vinny.
Vinny from the phone call has shown up and is totally Marina's type. JK, but his simp factor will be going hard here. But yes, this is the Meganium. That's great. This completes the trio of Johto starters. The Meganium is firing off solar beams. However, they're just bouncing ineffectively off of Steelix. Kind of lame.
They're like, there's no chance against a steel type, which is bullshit because Steelix takes neutral damage from grass moves. So it is also part
solar
ground.
beams a strong attack. I thought that would have been an okay choice.
So,
but okay, whatever.
I guess not. But they dodge, and there's some really great music going on here as Iron Tail and Rock Throw cause some mass chaos as Raikou was getting blasted by these things. A lot of wide-eye Raikou shots here, which I thought were kind of funny, and I felt a little bad about laughing about.
Why? Because he's just being hurt so
he's
bad?
just being absolutely maimed, yeah. They open the captivator.
But a funny screenshot is a funny screenshot.
It is, it really is. They activate the capture bubble, but as it's expanding, like the opposite of the storm in Fortnite, it's expanding ever outward.
Okay, that's an interesting. That is a zoomer coded way of describing contraction and expansion.
You had your Outrun for the millennials. I had my Fortnite to get the Gen Zers.
Fair enough. Yes.
But as it's just about to touch Raikou, or as it's touching Raikou, a flamethrower is blocked, or it hits the thing, and Mischievous goes for a side beam, and Meganium's solar beaming. And apparently, it's built for electric Pokemon, but it's not built to block other types. So it's like 3 people squeezing at one giant zit. Attila
what a gross metaphor.
Disgusting.
That's why Attila's name could have been Stain. I tell you, come and Stain. That would have fit this duo.
Attila goes to grab Raikou. Steelix Iron Tails, but the bubble pops. Oh no! But Attila grabs Raikou with the arms. They put it in the tank jet thingy. They take off.
Vincent points out, where the fuck is Marina?
And Yucine goes, tragedy, misfortune, and woe!
That's sick.
Great line. Team Rocket flying, they realize, oh fuck, we took the girl too. Whoops.
We took her by accident. Okay.
Wasn't meant
so Marina's like back in like the hall with Raikou, and she's like, look, don't zap me. And because Raiku's like zapping at the walls a bit, and she's like, okay, that's not gonna work. Let's coordinate. Raiku's like jumping around, slam them, can't break the walls. But then a panel rips open. And that's where Marina gets inspired, starts tugging on these wires, rips the wires right up from the floor, and the door starts opening. However, they are way the heck in the air. It's a long way down out of this thing, Kellan.
Yeah, and so Attila and Hun realize what's going on. They switch to emergency override, and they're going down. Something's wrong with the engine. I don't think that really goes anywhere ever, but whatever. Marina tells Raikou to jump. It can survive the fall. Marina cannot. Raikou seems hesitant about this. Doesn't seem to want to leave Marina, but she's pushing at him to go, like literally pushing his legs. And as the door closes, he jumps, he goes, and they got to turn the ship around. And I believe that is where part 2 ends.
Yes, it is where part 2 ends. Good catch, Kellan. So for literary hour, my trope is called electric torture. Okay, this is actually a trope. Kind of from like spy sort of books and that kind of thing of like let's use like electric from a car, and put it up to the hero and chuck the fuck out of them to get them to say something. So this is kind of what they're doing to Raikou, the electric torture. In American Psycho, Patrick Bateman kills someone this way. Ooh,
spoilers!
But
oh god,
when I was looking through this, Kellan, on TV tropes, when I was looking through the books that have electric torture in them, something that was jumping out to me is that in Day of the Jackal, a set of electrodes is set up on this French, action person to get information out of them. And they put the electrodes right on his penis, zap the fuck out of his dick. And then I noticed, apparently that happened in James Bond, too. This is like a thing. And like The Spy Who Loved Me, they didn't do this in the movie, just the book. Some Russians torture Bond with an electric current through his penis. So, did they do it to Raikou? Do you think that what was cut from this was putting the crystal right up to his dick? Okay.
Yeah, they shoved it in his urethra, I think.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Tapping right through the old Raikou pee hole.
It's an electrical catheter.
I knew it. I was on to something here, Kellan.
I hate that. I hate it so much. Let's move on.
Electrical catheter is I hate
the word catheter, just in general.
Yeah, me too. I don't like the phrase urethra either, though. The word urethra.
Yeah, no, that's not a great one. Let's move on from that and draw 2 more categories, shall we?
Sure. What do we got first, Kellan? This is for rating the second 20 minutes inside of The Legend of Thunder.
It'll be the sweet sentences.
Oh, this is not a sweet sentence.
Well, we did get tragedy, misfortune, and woe.
Okay, that's a good one. That's not bad. That's not
very good one.
I mean, it's kind of funny. Like 3 people squeezing on a zit. That's gross. I mean, part of why I said that this isn't a sweet sentence movie is because really rely on Jesse James and Meowth for fun wordplay.
I'm going 4.8.
And Attila and Hun do not deliver. I'm still looking. Do we get anything else? You're giving 4.8 just for tragedy, misfortune, and woe?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all we got, eh? No, this is weak. Kellan. 2.5.
So it's 3.65 for that. Second category for part 2 will be, the jelly donut effect. Now, I was looking, there are actually quite a few dub edits in
Now, can you narrow them
this
down
special.
to the time?
I can try to find them. Steelix's initial bite is actually crunch in the original version. That's something.
Okay.
Jimmy, the conversation with Marina and Professor Elm, she doesn't talk about making a song, apparently. Eugene isn't called Eugene in the original. He is Eugene.
Right.
I believe. It's a lot of just like dialogue changes for the most part. There are quite a few cut scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Many
the
seconds
original,
taken away.
apparently, Marina explains what Perish Song does. That's not in there.
Yeah. There's a big one, actually, that we haven't brought up yet. Hun, in the original Japanese, is actually male, but in a few dubs is female for whatever reason.
Do they explicitly genderize them?
They never actually refer to Hun via a singular pronoun. They're always referred to as a duo.
Right.
But in the script, because of a mistranslation, this comes from a Q&A from Maddie Blostein, who was the voice of Meowth. Hun was changed in the script to female in the English dub.
Oh, okay.
Even though they never specifically refer to her as either.
And they present more female, I would say, which is interesting that in the original intention they were male. But that's kind of an anime gender fluidity, which is
which
I mean,
in terms of
I do like the design.
In terms of the jelly donut effect, I would put that pretty high because that is just an odd, like, why did that change?
Yeah, that's an odd one.
And it was likely just a mistranslation. From the looks of it.
Maybe also it just fit with the voice actor they chose. But
what I'm looking at was actually Ash's
that's where I was going.
Actor.
But she can voice men, so
yeah,
I don't know.
Many male characters, especially young ones, are voiced by
that's right.
Voiced by women. So.
But she's using a more feminine voice.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
That one's interesting. Yeah,
that's kind of it from what I can see. Without just reading through this, combing through it.
Okay, well, that's interesting. And I will give a lot of the points to Hun's gender flipping. Because it's kind of interesting. So I give it a 6.
6, yeah. I'm on the higher end. I'm gonna go with a 6.8. I think so. 6.4 for that. Again, not gonna do the average till we finish it up. Let's get into part 3, shall we? Where Vincent is freaking the fuck out.
Vincent is so stressed because Marina's gone. She's gone. Oh
my God. What are we gonna do with her?
They took her. What are we gonna do? He's crying. He's flipping out. He's frothing at the mouth.
Jimmy just wants him to show some dignity. Asks Eugene, do you think she's okay? And Eugene's like, well, Team Rocket's not known for their gentle nature. Yeah, that's gonna help. Thanks, Eugene.
And Eugene's like, they've probably chopped her up and put her in the chili by now. Thanks, Eugene.
That's fucked. We gotta take action. He's like, you can't just do something to do something. You need a plan. You must remain calm. Meanwhile, Vincent is like running through the screen, like, what the fuck do we do? Ah! But Jimmy's got it.
Yeah, he's like, what about the Pokegear number? Let's just call her.
Penny's got her Pokegear number, and Attila's taking it. He's doing the thing where he's holding it really high, and Marina's like, give it back, no, oh, how dare you?
Yeah, he's holding the gear up in the air. And then this is kind of a weird, interesting animation thing. He also grabs Misdrevious, like, by the throat. And I was like, he just is choking a ghost.
Yeah. He pushes Marina down and then strangles Misdrevious.
You can do that? You can just choke a ghost?
Apparently.
That's cool.
If you're strong enough, maybe.
I'm so strong I can choke a ghost. That's sick, Kellan.
That'd be sweet. That happens after your muscles get their own muscles.
Oh, yeah.
It's choking
Get
ghosts.
so buff you can choke a ghost.
Yeah. Then Vincent talks to Attila, threatens to scorch him like a Charizard would a Caterpie, and the call disconnects because Attila has broken the Pokegear.
He's too strong. He's too strong for his own good.
Yep. Tells Marina, your friend shouldn't make fun of Caterpie.
Yeah, that's the issue here. That's why I'm so fucking mad. I love those cute-ass little Gen 1 bugs.
Eugene is like, let's check the apparatus. We can use the call to I don't know, they triangulate her position or something. with
Oh
the
yeah,
call.
apparently in any call between Pokegears, it's automatically recording the other phone's location, which is like, okay, I guess they had Find My Friend on and already shared it, maybe, but other than that, it's kind of invasive.
You know that shit is buried 20 pages in the terms of service.
I guess. Well, there is like an explicit Find Your Friend you can turn on so that two people share a location. So maybe they did that, but by default, I was like, weird. Weird.
So another establishing shot where we're looking through some mountains. There is a random Teddy Ursa and Ursaring atop of one of these mountains.
Yeah.
They don't do anything. They're just standing there ominously.
Cute. Yeah.
Attila and Hun prep the crystal again. Marina, we see her. She has been tied and gagged. They activate the crystal.
Yeah, they've gone damsel in
launch.
distress mode here.
Yeah. Clouds are back. The car gang sees the clouds. They're going cross country. They're going off-road drifting, baby. You've got this. Stunt driver, you've seen.
Yeah, we're done with Outrun and on to Excite Truck. I don't know. Excite Truck on the Wii. Check it out. That game rules.
Jimmy Johnson's Anything with an Engine.
What is that? I don't know that game.
It's a racing game. Yeah, it's a racing game where you can drive, anything with an engine, apparently.
What is this from?
It was on the Wii, I believe. It was Wii, PlayStation 3, and 360. It's quite shovelware from what I know.
This looks horrible.
Yeah. It's I think it's like surprisingly good, but the multiplayer it does not work well. It does not run very well at all.
Okay. I mean, you can race like a lawnmower.
Yeah, so anything with an engine.
Yeah.
It's a shopping cart.
Well, the concept has wheels.
Yeah.
And so does the lawnmower.
Yeah, anyway. So incoming at 6 o'clock, Beedrill buzzes in, then flies off. Just needed to know where Marina was.
Yeah, it's a reconnaissance Beedrill.
In comes the car.
The car right after. We almost didn't need that little part, but I guess otherwise we'd have been like, how did they find her? But they had the location. So that was, I don't know. Anyways, Vinny just jumps right out of the car. Where the fuck's Marina?
She's sitting right there, dude. She's sitting right there.
It's like, you can see her. Vinny's so mad, screaming, crying.
Pissing, shitting, coming.
Jimmy just gives the instructions, let her go.
And Raikou go, yeah. So, they're just going to let him go. Team Rocket's going to leave. That's the end of the show, yeah. But you've seen us figure this out. They don't have Raikou. Raikou got away somehow, because why else would they need the crystal out? Interesting. And so either Jimmy or Vincent's like, forget about Raikou. No way it'll fall into your trap a second time. It already did fall into it a second time. It's about to fall into it for a third time. Yeah. So
this isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when, Hun says, because Raikou just went out for a stroll.
And in comes a Raikou bolt on the crystal, which I think blew up Yusin's car, so he's going to need to find another ride out of here.
Yeah, this is interesting. Just from far away, a bolt's hitting, and
another
going back, but it's where is Raikou? Okay, it's too far for the crystal's return blast to hit, which is interesting. That the crystal does have a finite range. That's a really important aspect of it that can be exploited.
Hun gets hit, which causes Marina to fall down the cliff, but Beedrill swoops in and catches her. Whoa! Skarmory comes out, goes for the Steel Wing, and so Beedrill takes evasive maneuvers by dropping Marina to her death.
Yeah. I mean, these Pokemon are really out to kill these children.
Yeah.
This has happened a couple times. Luckily, Beedrill swoops in, catches Marina. This is great.
Yeah, drops her, and Vinny is going to catch her, but trips on a rock. She lands on his back. Aww. She's all right. Thanks to you, Jimmy.
This was Charlie Brown and Lucy with the football. This is just like him falling. And she doesn't even care. Jimmy, you're so brave. He's like, excuse me, princess. You're on my back.
Yeah, excuse me. I was the one who broke your fall. So she's like, okay, I owe you one. And he's like, anytime you're going to fall, let me know and I'll cushion your landing. Okay. Oh, cute. Young love. Gross. Steelix comes out.
Young simping.
Yep. Irontail, Yusin says to stand aside because he's gonna jump in here, but Raikou comes in like a bolt, and knocks Steelix into a cliff. Woo-jam! The kids tell him to run, so he does, right at the crystal.
And he's dodging attacks. He gets in there, and Raikou has a great idea. Jumps in the mech. He's going after the controls that Attila was using to turn on and off the crystal. This is smart shit.
Destroys the control unit. Skarmory comes into Sky Attack. Raikou keeps wrecking the thing, and the explosion hits Skarmory. Oh no, the crystal powers down. But Yusin is confused why it came in so close when it was winning from afar. But Jimmy knows.
He must have come to save us, Jimmy says. It's not just going to save electric Pokemon, he saves his friends.
Oh my god.
Or maybe he thinks that you're electric.
I mean, they've absorbed quite enough of it, I would think, at this point. A lot of static.
There's a lot of magnetism in the air.
But why have Attila and Hun not fled? Raikou bolts, but it's absorbed again by the crystal.
So the crystal's working, even though the controls are broken. Han lets us know that the crystal is in auto-destruction mode. It's doubly focused. Oh my god.
And it turns from purple to black, so now it's a Rupor and is worth -5 rupees.
Oh, now nobody will want it. That's why the electric Pokemon have run away.
Could you fucking imagine the concept of negative money? Like, you find a $5 bill, on the street, and suddenly $5 just evaporates from your bank account.
I mean, it makes total sense when we're just talking about digital money, but it is interesting to try to make a physical analog for that.
Oh, you know what it is?
I guess Kellan, like a bill of sale is that.
or when the stock market crashes. You just lost a lot of money.
It's not like a thing you can pick up on the street.
Guess. But, oh, man.
I know, it is kind of like playing Monopoly and like community chest.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta pay $50 to the bank.
Yeah, or
you ran over a hooker. Pay $50 to cover it up.
Pay $50 for the fucking like the shovel and the tarp, and the rope.
Oh god,
and the bleach. It's probably more than $50.
Is
actually.
there like slumlord Monopoly? Is that a thing?
There should be.
There probably is. I feel that's like a low bar.
Slumlord Monopoly. No, not an official one, I don't think. But you know, Monopoly.
I wasn't expecting an official one, but like a spoof.
But you know, Monopoly was originally known as the landlord's game,
right? To show just the evils of
landlordism,
capitalism, or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. Concentrates the wealth. Something we should take from that, maybe.
Really makes you think.
Really makes you think. You know what else makes me
Kellan,
think?
Is any individual property ownership stealing?
According to Bo Burnham, to quote him, to quote Socko from Bo Burnham's Inside, private property is inherently theft.
Kellan, that's from Karl Marx.
That was from Socko.
No, Socko was quoting Karl Marx.
No, I'm pretty sure it was from Socko.
Did you not understand that he was spilling shit out of the Communist Manifesto?
I'm pretty sure it was all original thoughts from Socko.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
You're such an interesting fan of things.
So from Socko to what? Where were we again? Raikou is pissing all over the place or something. The Rupor, that's what happened. The Rupee's gone dark.
Yeah, it's gone dark. Crystal turned black. It's gone past the point of no return. It's got its electrical hooks in Raikou. I don't really know what that means, but it's got these like zapping tendrils out from it, and now the crystal has pulled Raikou up into the air. And Attila and the Hun are like, we got science on our side. Our legend's gonna last forever because of our science nonsense. It's so good.
You'll be here when the legend of Attila and Hun was born. I think that was born a long time ago, actually.
Of these completely brand new names with no historical significance yet. I still think that those were random ass names to pick.
It was weird.
It really was.
So it's like Napoleon and Bonaparte, you know?
Yeah, I know. It would be like, when's the Team Rocket villain's gonna be like, we're Winston and Churchill? Like, I don't know.
We're a trio. We're King, Henry, and Seventh.
Yeah. Okay. Seventh, huh? I don't know anything about the seventh one. King Henry VIII was the one who killed all his wives.
Oh yeah. He was. Yeah, he had.
One you were thinking of. Yeah.
Henry VIII. That's the song. I'm Henry VIII. I am. Whatever. So you'll be here when the legend is born. It'll be over before it starts. Ooh, good one, Jimmy.
Nice.
Typhlosion, Mischievous, and Meganium are all out. Flamethrower does nothing to the force field.
The big three, am I right?
The big three. Everyone knows Typhlosion,
yeah.
Meganium, and Mischievous. They're like, we gotta combine forces. And Yusin's like, that won't work. The blast will be too powerful. It'll destroy Raikou. Oh, God, what do we do? And so Yusin's like, okay, so we'll have to do this one thing called the all or nothing. Is that not what they were just going to do?
Or we die.
Everyone goes in, and either everyone comes out fine, or no one comes out at all. Oh, God.
The kids are like, look, the way you're talking about this, Yusin, is not a good sell. Like, is this really something we want to get in on? Not
Don't
really
go into
sure
sales.
what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah. We have to break the force field, get Raikou out before the explosion. Typhlosion's like, okay, let's do it. I'm in. And that makes Jimmy think, that's who we are and always have been. We're an all or nothing team. So he charges in, and Misdreavus and Meganium follow. Oh God, Skarmory now sky attacks, but it's stopped by Typhlosion. Steelix rock throws them off. Yusin's been on the sidelines for long enough. He's gonna step in with Alakazam.
Ooh, nice one. So this is the same guy. So clearly, he's got that Alakazam too. We get Psybeam Steelix. I love the Alakazam. Very strong,
it's
cool
pretty
Pokemon.
sick. Typhlosion runs in with a Flame Wheel, and Meganium uses Light Screen on the orb of the force field.
But like charges with it.
What?
It's like the light screen is like a bulldozer.
This made no sense whatsoever.
I mean, it was kind of cool. It doesn't make any sense, but I was like, yeah, the idea of using a force field as like a battering ram is kind of cool. But...
yeah, I guess so. But then what also doesn't make sense is Attila says to put on your raincoats and galoshes because here's muck.
Yeah, because in the original Japanese, their names were Cum and Stain. And the idea behind having muck is that they're going to splooge everywhere.
Yeah, and muck spelled backwards is cum. So,
oh my God, it makes so much sense.
This is so strange. But he comes out to Sludge Bomb, but gets Psybeamed by Misdreavus. But then Misdreavus is hit by Skarmory. But here's Alakazam behind Skarmory. But then Typhlosion and Meganium, they're draining the energy from the force field. Oh, Raiku's waking up. Oh, fuck, it can flee on its own if it's to stay awake. What's happening?
Steelix is gonna go for a crunch at the trainers. Okay,
Yep.
they're just like straight up
Eat
those people.
Bore 'em.
Steelix. Okay, and then will the Pokemon protect the trainers? Like, will the Pokemon that are trying to save Raikou, will they come back, protect the trainers, or will they keep saving Raikou? And Jimmy yells, "Just save Raikou! Let him eat us!" Alakazam luckily hits Steelix, so it really wasn't like an all or nothing choice. Okay, that's nice.
And a Sludge Bomb, Fury Attack. Iron Tail hits the Misdreavus and Alakazam, and Jimmy, he's been cornered on a cliff by Steelix. He's going for a crunch attack, and Jimmy's like, what a joke. I bet you couldn't even crunch a potato chip.
I bet you can't crunch a fucking Pringles can, bitch.
Steelix is pissed by this. It's like, have you fucking seen my jaw, dude? It's massive. I'm made of steel.
All I care about is crushing things with my can crusher of a face. Okay?
It's literally my thing.
It's literally my thing. This hurts my feelings metaphorically.
But at the nick of time, in comes Beedrill, swoops in, saves Jimmy. Steelix falls down into the water.
Yeah, all the way down into the river. Great.
So now it's time to finish him off, as if Team Rocket are in the power position here, as they're not getting fucked up. Skarmory and Muck get Psybeam to hell and back. It's time for one final push by Typhlosion and Meganium, but Steelix is back above ground. And now it's crunch time. He's going for another crunch. But Jimmy and the others block it themselves. Raikou has enough of him to launch a giant bolt at Steelix, who shouldn't take damage from electric moves.
That's crazy, Kellan. Oh, because it's ground?
Because it's part ground, yes.
It's part ground, Kellan. Oh my God.
Oh my God. The ultimate system has met the ultimate Pokemon. Ah!
So amazing.
There's so much going on here. Attila and Tun take off. They just run away like little babies.
Yeah, they retreat. I mean, anticlimactic sort of victory. I don't know. Like, this thing is wrapping up now quickly. like, where's the extra? This could have used like 10 more minutes of like exposition at the end. But okay.
The crystal turns purple again, starts to crack, and Raikou launches off one more giant thunder and breaks the crystal apart for good. Not my $50. No, I gotta use that.
Have you ever seen Link just destroy a crystal? I think he'd be gonna get arrested. Like, that's like crown property.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think you're supposed to.
The queen. That's the queen's rupee, Link.
I don't think you're supposed to demolish currency. I think that's like illegal, isn't it?
Yeah. In Canada, it is about called like defacing the crown or something. Like, you're supposed to like smash the queen's face. Did you ever, Kellan, as a little kid, like hit pennies with a golf club and be like, are they going to arrest me because I hit the queen's face?
I did not do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
me neither.
For sure.
Yeah.
You didn't bring that up for any reason.
No.
Okay, well, Raikou gets arrested for damaging the crown.
Yeah.
destroying the rupee. That's where the second part of Legend of Thunder kicks off, is Raikou in court.
I want to see Pokemon in court.
It's
Okay,
just
I
a
want to see
great
more
idea.
legal dramas in the Pokemon. I want to see the what's his name? Phoenix Wright crossover with Pokemon.
That would be something.
Objection, Pikachu.
It would be dumb, but it would make... Oh, Phoenix Wright and Detective Pikachu.
Hey, oh, there you go. There you go.
We did
Phoenix
it.
Wright versus Detective Pikachu.
You've done it.
Detective Pikachu, individual trying to bring dad, and Phoenix Wright is the defense attorney. Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, what a game that would be. Multiplayer too. One of you is Detective Pikachu, the other is Phoenix Wright.
It's an
Nintendo.
asymmetric multiplayer game.
Nintendo.
Nintendo and Capcom team up.
Hit us with it. Hit us up. We got ideas. Well,
I think Capcom should make it though. Just saying.
Sure. Sure. So he's broken the crystal. In the aftermath, we see he's across the other side of the gorge because we can't have him, a heartfelt goodbye. They thank them for saving us. He takes off to the music that I believe Mewtwo and Mew took off to in the first movie, which is just a great track. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Jimmy will never forget Raikou. As the sun shines through the crowds, he gives us one more, "You rock and you rule."
Yeah.
Gross.
Get that sign off. So great.
So the kids continue their journeys. Raikou continues his duties. And sometimes the kids hear a roar. It's Raikou checking in on them. The 3 humans who turned out to be friends after all. And that's the special. We did it.
The roar in their heart. All right, so literary hour. Looking at tvtropes.com. The trope is called Butt Monkey. And a butt monkey is a character who's just the butt of jokes over and over and over. There's a beautiful quote here from Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, who's like, "I'm sick of being the guy who eats insects and gets the funny syphilis. As of this moment, it's over. I'm finished being everybody's butt monkey." So that might be where it's from. But Vince is totally the butt monkey here, especially when Marina lands on him. Very reminiscent of Charlie Brown and the football kind of thing, over and over and over. From the Bible, Kellan. The patriarch Isaac is depicted exactly twice getting led into the wilderness, tied up, and nearly sacrificed by his father, and then later getting duped into giving away his birthright by his wife and younger son, Jacob. That's it. Those are the 2 main stories of Isaac. So that's interesting.
What about the
I've
binding
talked about
of
the book
Isaac?
of Job's for him.
That was
that
important
too.
one.
Okay, that is about like how your mother is so scary and abusive that you fall through a crack in your closet and go into like some layer of hell nightmare, and then your tears become guns, and it's like a twin stick shooter with your tears. It's a fun game. Yeah. I like Binding of Isaac. Yeah. Also, Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars Episode 1, although he kind of like subverts it in a way because like his shenanigans of him like tripping and stuff like end up like destroying evil robots and stuff. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. So butt monkeys, Kellan.
Yeah, we all love a good butt monkey.
And that's the connection between the Old Testament and Jar Jar Binks.
There you go. We did it. In 1 degree. 1 degree of separation.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish up this rating and get out of here. It's going to be the plot for the first category.
Okay, but this is looking more at the third part, which is, Marina, damsel in distress, Raikou shooting from far. I liked how Raikou smartened up and then used like long distance bolts, right? And kind of like evaded kind of guerrilla warfare. That was kind of neat.
I mean, look at the entire thing. There's not a whole lot of plot. It's Team Rocket tries to catch Raikou. The kids stop them. They try again. It kind of works. The kids stop them. They try again. The kids stop them. And it's kind of just that 3 times.
Honestly, the background for Raikou is so paper thin too. Like, there's this legendary Pokemonic road to Earth on a lightning bolt, I guess, and you know what? It's like pretty strong. It's like okay.
Like this shit's about the action, not the story.
Yeah, you're right.
To me, at least. So it's pretty weak. I'm gonna go. I mean,
we get a little bit of the trio though. I like their dynamic, but yeah. I'll give it some pity points. 4.5.
So that's 3.9 for that final category for the Legend of Thunder will be the sidekick shenanigans. Now, I would just say we count.
There's no Pikachu. They're all sidekicks.
I think they're all sidekicks. Yeah. So I think we just count them all.
Okay. Well,
this is a whole thing of sidekicks.
I would have liked to use Typhlosion's Dirty Magazine face from
that was
part
very
1,
good.
but we can't use that. So,
but I would count even the humans because they're all sidekicks too to our main trio.
Okay, well, I mean, Vince's butt monkey moment's fun, and you know what? okay, we were making fun of Vince, but he's different from Brock because he's not like trying to. I don't know. It's different, right? He's not like as aggressive as Brock almost, but he's just like really sad.
Yeah.
He's just like really pathetic. And that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and he's not simping over every girl. He just really likes the
Just
one.
Marina.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, interesting.
I'm gonna count everything they do as a sidekick shenanigan because that's what this entire special is. Then, so I would actually put it pretty high. I mean, it's not necessarily all shenanigans, but they're all. I mean, the whole thing is them.
You rock, you rule.
You
Kellan.
rock, you rule. That's a lot too. I'm gonna go flat 8.
Oh wow, that's high. I get your logic, but I don't know if outside of maybe Vince getting fallen on that I find any of that too endearing. So, but these are good arguments. I'm gonna go 6.8.
So for that is 7.4 overall. All 6 categories together. The Legend of Thunder scores a 5.383. Repeating,
Oh, nice.
of course.
That's
and that's
cool.
it. We did it.
Okay,
Oh my god.
Legend of Thunder, interesting. A little short. Hope you had some fun listening to it.
It
Now,
was
before we
fun.
sign off here, Kellan, what will we be reviewing next week? We're gonna go back to the series, right?
We're going back to some regular series stuff, and we're going to be getting into some actual plot relevance and whatnot. We're going to look at 2 episodes, starting with 237, talking about an evolution. And before you get your hopes up, no, it is not an evolution on the team. I'll just tell you that right now. In Japanese, it is Wataru and the Red Gyarados! Exclamation mark.
So you know what part of the game we're talking about. Yeah, straight out of Gen 2, classic region.
And then episode 238, Rage of Innocence. Great English name. In Japanese, Red Gyarados' Anger! Exclamation mark. Definitely English title better.
Rage, I am still just a red Gyarados.
The brick in the wall, yeah.
That's not even what I was quoting, but good try.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening. You know, this was probably a little bit of a longer one, but shouldn't be too bad. Thanks for sticking around through all of the through all of the weird lib mind virus jokes. I don't know what we were thinking this week. Leave comments down below. You know, on YouTube, we're at youtube.com/HydraLeech. Engage with the platform, thumbs up, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But we love hearing your comments and chatting with you. You can find us wherever fine podcasts are downloaded for audio formats, Spotify, etc. Intro and outro music is 80 Synthwave by Alexia Action. If you want to reach us for anything, to killadelibird@gmail.com. Also, are on Blue Sky, to Kill A Delibird. If you want to ask questions about the upcoming episode, there is a Google form linked in our description where you can give us some questions and we'll answer them while recording.
Oh, speaking of
Kellan,
questions, oh my god, I totally forgot we had one from
during my outro. Okay.
Yes.
Can I finish the outro? I finish the
okay,
outro?
Then we'll do the question.
Okay, you can find Kellan TikTok, HydraLeeches. He's got shorts up there. Twitch.tv/HydraLeech, where you can come for live streams and that sort of thing. And then there's a Patreon. We treat it like a tip jar. It's linked in the description if you want to donate to the channel, and that's about it. Okay, Kellan, what were we talking about? What's the question?
So the question is a pretty basic question. I mean, we should have probably talked about it anyway. From a reminder that Tim Goodman killed a Mr. Mime with arson. Thank you for that reminder from Detective Pikachu. They ask, and this is a very unfortunate typo. They ask, they meant to say Suicune, but it I guess autocorrected to Suicide. Suicide shows up in the canon anime and movie 4. Entei appears in movie 3, which is kind of canon. Will Ash ever meet Raikou? And why do you think this legendary beast was given the side characters and left out of the main series?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't answer that directly yet, but we were given some. We were also kind of perplexed about that, right? Or at least I was. That it's strange that it was put on this side thing. I think that the intention, at least from the Japanese production, was for this to be a bit more monumental. Here's where you'll get Raikou. We don't really want to weave it in, or we want to play with these other characters. I don't know. But then from the Western perspective, like, it's weird because it didn't come out until way later. Until they were basically like trying to pad, and then went into the backlog. So yeah, I also think that's a little bit weird. And I don't know. I'm maybe a little bit surprised that they didn't have all 3 beasts show up in a movie or something.
Together,
right? Like together. Yeah, like I think it's maybe a little bit weird that movie 3 was like just Entei and the Unknown, but I guess there was some focus there, and then I don't know if we ever do see like actual Entei, like not Yami Yugi made up dad fantasy Entei.
Yeah, and I really just don't have an answer for why Raikou was relegated to a side series, because he does not show up like properly for the game.
So I don't know if that's so much of a question as like a good call out. It is a little weird. Yeah. It's a little weird.
Because like there was that episode with Houndoom and Togepi where they see it very briefly. They see Raikou and then he disappears. And that doesn't go anywhere in the main series. As this is its spot. This is where it goes.
Right.
Which is very strange. So I don't know.
Yeah, for such cool fucking Pokemon. I don't know. I mean, I feel that way about, we'll see. Hopefully something more comes out of it, but I'm so far feeling that with Ho-Oh also. It's like cock tease the Pokemon. Like, where are we going? What are we doing? But there's still a lot of Johto left, so I can't say for sure.
Yeah, that's good question and a good way to end this, because I totally forgot about that. My bad. Oopsie doopsies. Yeah, that's it. What did we learn today? Not much. I don't know. I think that's what we learned today.
We learned that electrocuting your dick makes other people read about it and say the word urethra, which makes other people cringe.
There you go. That's it. Ended on that, baby. We did it.
Language.
Urethra, baby. Electrical catheters.
My urethra. Yeah. Electrical catheter, the musical.
Hashtag
it's shooting up my pee hole. It really fucking stings.